Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Joey J.
And I'm Josh Thompson.
And this is your Nerd Word update for the week.
Yes, it is.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Cyclops.
Cyclops is dead. I saw the third film.
Fine. Well, we actually have a great review of X-Men First Class coming to you later on in this Nerd Word review. This is a very jam-packed review. We have a lot going on in the world of movies, comics, and video games. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about some headlines.
Yeah, headlines. This is a big one. Coming out of Tennessee, they have just passed a bill making it illegal for you to share your password with anybody. And they're like, what password? Passwords to such sites as like Netflix or anything like that. So say I have a Netflix account,
Okay.
and I share my password with you because I want you to watch the latest TV show or whatever.
Perfect.
I can go to jail for that.
I disagree.
I can even go to jail if I share it with my father or a family member.
That's over the line.
Yeah. Tennessee, as we just said, passed a bill making it a misdemeanor crime for first and second offenses with sharing passwords with people. This is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That is definitely a big marketing scheme from Netflix to have your entire family have 6 separate accounts. That is terrible.
Now, the good news is, so far, Tennessee is the only state to have passed a bill like this, but it is on the docket in several other states right now. We'll keep you updated with more information as we get it.
Please don't come to Missouri. Please don't come to Missouri. Alright, let's jump into some video game news now. Big week in video games. E3 is currently going on in California. Today was, I think, the final day for E3. Tomorrow is the final day. You are correct. But there's a lot going on. I decided that I think Nerdword should do a report card style, if you will, for each of the presenters there. Kicking things off right at the beginning, Microsoft. Halo 4, there's a first, it's the new trilogy to the Halo series. They're also going to be redoing Halo Combat Evolved. It's the remake of the first Halo, so that's going to be fantastic. New graphics, all the new physics. It'll look really pretty. Tomb Raider, a young Lara Croft, is coming back to the video game screen, if you will. So that's going to be awesome to see. But there was so much connect this, connect that. Too much. It was too much Kinect.
Was there anything cool from the Kinect, though, at least?
This was the only thing that I thought was cool. It's a Ghost Recon clip coming from one of their upcoming games, Future Soldier, so it looks interesting. Who knows? I think the weapon customization system looks fantastic. I'm going to give them a C-.
Yeah, I want to see some of this stuff like move into Call of Duty and everything, to where you can customize your own guns, kind of like the way he's doing.
Perfect. Moving on to EA. Battlefield 3 is going to be their launch title, which is going to be so huge. Basically, they're using the Frostbite 2 engine, which is a new physics engine, which is going to be fantastic. Special tools, you can squad up, make platoons, tank, it's everything. It is literally everything. 64 players on the PC, 32 players on Xbox. I think it's 24 to 32 players. They haven't really decided yet from what I've seen. But there's a full demo coming out in September, and the full game is coming out that October, right before Call of Duty Black Ops. They're also releasing Star Wars The Old Republic and a SSX Tricky reboot.
Ooh, I like that game.
So that sounds fantastic. I am giving them a B+ because they made a big hit, big splash at E3 this year. Konami, not a big name that we really hear of normally. It's only a big name with 2 titles. Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid, which are both having 2 huge big deals coming out. Silent Hill HD, there's a new Silent Hill game that is coming out, and a Metal Gear Solid remake of 3 different games. So that's going to be more than enough from them. I'm pumped about that. I'm giving them a B+ because they've been kind of out of the market lately. They're finally coming back in, and I cannot wait to see these new games. Ubisoft is getting a B for me because they're only doing Far Cry 3, Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, Driver San Francisco. It's just kind of the same old games, nothing special from them. Now this is where it gets interesting. Sony is releasing a God of War collections. Interesting. I mean,
they're just basically the same 3 games out and about.
Same 3 games.
Now, if they upgrade like the graphics and everything for the first 2, maybe I can understand.
The PS Vita. This is going to be the new portable. This is their next generation portable gaming system.
Yeah, because the PSP turned out so well for them.
It looks identical. The graphics look better. It looks like a better handheld, but still, it just kind of looks like it's the same thing. They're also doing a new monitor bundle, which is actually going to be like a little 24-inch TV. It's fully 3D for $500. Sounds like a sweet deal. It's going to be great for, you know, us college students, you know, dorm rooms, small rooms, apartments. It's going to be key. So that's really awesome that they're making something affordable for 3D gaming. I'm giving them a C+ because it was the most awkward start in the world. And to watch Kobe Bryant stare at the guy after he said, "I'm playing as the Heat because I want to win," during the PlayStation Move NBA 2K12 demo.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So that was just awkward. But I'm going to give this, you know, they got the C+. Nintendo, now this is impressive. They're having, now out of the gaming universe, they're having a Zelda orchestral concerts across Japan, US, and Europe, which sounds awesome. That would be awesome to relive every single game with, you know, the different scores. Mario Kart 3D, Star Fox 3D, Smash Brother reboot. I mean, so much stuff. And then they decided to even release the Wii U, which is a brand new console, so be able to fork out a little bit of money for this because this is going to be an amazing console. It's got a full touch screen. It looks huge. That's going to be able to sit in your lap. So full 1080p resolution. You can switch back from TV to the game. It's boundless. There's too much to it. You know, this clip would show you everything basically. I'm giving them an A+. This is the first time I've ever seen Nintendo really take E3, in my mind at least. So they've done a really good job. I'm pumped about it. Well, let's jump into some comics.
Yeah, the big news coming out of the DC world right now is that they're going to reboot all their titles. There's going to be 51 new #1 titles come September. So everyone from Booster Gold to Batman to Superman is getting a new #1. Now, a lot of uproars about this right now because they're like, well, what about Action Comics? That just hit 900. I guess that means nothing. They're not going to restart such titles as Action Comics and Detective Comics. Those numbers will stay the same, just like they've always done it. Back when DC rebooted all their comics after the Crisis on Infinite Earths in 1986, all the major titles stayed the same. It was only the independent titles got a new #1.
That got changed.
So that'll stay the same. This will affect some of the characters, though. They're going to try and make them younger and hipper, which isn't necessarily normally bad. It's kind of what Marvel did with their Ultimate Universe type deal. But DC's also doing this with Earth 1, so they're kind of trying it on all different fronts. The other movie we had a chance to review was X-Men First Class. We actually went to the midnight showing down here in Cape Girardeau. And I gotta say, I was actually really impressed with it. You know, the X-Men movies have kind of been stale after the past two outings. Last Stand was an atrocious movie.
Yeah.
And Wolverine Origins, a lot of people hated it. I thought there were some decent parts in there, but the outcome of it was 50-50 at best. This one, though, is amazing. For the first time, you actually feel the tension that the mutants are bringing upon society. That was kind of missing for maybe the original two X-Men, was that, oh, okay, well, we can see there's mutant haters out there, but we really don't see how they're interacting with these set mutants. Here, this takes it, and it is the main focus of X-Men, and it blows it up into full proportion. Now, some hardcore X-Men fans were complaining about the different mutants that are in the movie and everything like that. Well, okay, if you forget some of the continuity from the comics, you'll be fine. And see, here's the thing. Can we really say outside of Batman Begins and The Dark Knight that there's been a decent comic book movie out there that's truly followed the comic page for page? No, there hasn't. So, my personal opinion is if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a comic fan, if you're an X-Men fan, go see it. Even if you're not, it is a fantastic movie. Now, this one, they said, underperformed at the box office. Even though it was #1, it only took in $56 million. Oof. But see, here's the thing. I think this is something that's going to stay around pretty steady for a while and keep grossing in money. Because every time I hear people like, well, I'm not going to go see it, and then someone talks them into seeing it, and they say, wow, that was actually a really good movie. So, here's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it 4 Cerebros out of 5, because in my opinion, it's the best X-Men so far. I actually really hope they make a sequel, and Magneto at the end of the movie looks pretty badass. So, because they finally get the costume right.
Entirely true.
Our Luke Skywalker for the week, which I think is actually a very fantastic Luke Skywalker. NBC is resurrecting Fear Factor. That's right, they're bringing back Fear Factor, and here's the kicker. They're getting Joe Rogan, once again, to host it.
Perfect. I can't wait to see that again. I cannot wait to watch people eat maggots and play in poop and do crazy stuff like that for money that, in the end, more than likely they won't receive.
Probably not, and it's never really worth it.
No, never.
Never really worth it. Our Darth Vader for the week, though, however, is the new Linkin Park song for the Transformers movie. I thought they were finally moving away from Linkin Park anyway, from doing the main song.
What happened? I know that in the second movie they were looking to do Coheed and Cambria to do the soundtrack, and they lost them because they felt like it wasn't ready in time, and then they got Linkin Park, and now they got Linkin Park again, and it's...
But see, here's the thing. Where the first two are kind of more upbeat, this one's really somber.
It's very slow, it's quiet.
However, I do like this out of the videos the best, as far as very transforming.
Cool. It's really techno-y, it looks good.
It does, but the song itself, not so good. Well, alright, here's a clip from it.
Going to do it for Nerd Word, your little update for this week. We're going to try to keep this going as much as possible. Remember that we are currently in a transitional phase. We're going to be back on air on radioreddit.com, so make sure to check them out. We'll have the link somewhere up for you, so you can definitely start listening to their kind of music. It's a little different, but you know what? It's all user-generated, it's all user-based, so it's something that's just completely different. We're really excited about that. Can't wait to move to it. We'll keep you updated. That's really going to do it for me. I'm Josh Thompson.
I'm Joey J.
And you just watched your Nerd Word update for the week.